Hollywood just published a verdict. And nobody voted for it. 2 names. Both radioactive. Both apparently unemployable. Both sitting in career jail according to industry insiders who spoke to the trades this week. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Together in the same sentence. Equally damaged. Equally toxic. Equally finished. That is the story Hollywood Reporter wants you to believe. And that is exactly where this gets interesting. Because the people watching this story online are not buying the both sides framing for a single second. And the more you dig into what the trades are actually saying versus what the evidence actually shows, the more you realize that one of these two people is walking into the wreckage with something the other one does not have. A secret weapon. Welcome to the Marquee Report. This is the story of what is really happening to both of their careers right now, and why the outcome is going to surprise everyone who thought they already knew how this ends. Let's start with the Hollywood Reporter piece, because the tone of it irritated a significant number of people and for reasons worth understanding. The article quoted executives saying both Blake and Justin are in career jail after this lawsuit war. The framing treated them as equally responsible for this disaster. And that framing is exactly what drove audiences up a wall. Because here is the sequence of events that people online keep pointing to. Blake Lively filed a lawsuit making serious allegations. Justin Baldoni responded. Evidence started emerging. Claims started disappearing. The court dismissed 10 of 13 of Blake's original allegations. The sexual harassment claim, the one that started everything, was thrown out. And yet the Hollywood Reporter piece still managed to frame both of them as roughly equally culpable. That Justin went too far. That both sides bear responsibility. People immediately pushed back asking what exactly did Justin Baldoni do that deserves this level of punishment? What did he actually do besides defend himself? That question, what exactly did he do, is the one the trades have been conspicuously reluctant to answer directly since the court ruling changed the shape of this story. And the reluctance tells you something about the machinery still operating around Blake Lively's public image even as that image is visibly crumbling. Let's be honest about the damage to Blake Lively's career, because it is real and it is significant regardless of what happens at the May 18th trial. According to multiple insiders, Blake Lively's brand has taken a massive hit. Insiders believe her paycheck power dropped dramatically after the situation exploded publicly. Studios may no longer see her as a guaranteed high-value leading lady anymore. Before this story broke, Blake Lively was in a very specific category. A category that very few people occupy. She was beautiful, funny, fashionable, and, crucially, uncontroversial. She could open a film. She could sell a red carpet. She could do an interview and come out looking better than when she went in. That category is gone. The press tour from the It Ends With Us release is now a case study in how quickly public goodwill can evaporate. The haircare promotion. The alcohol brand integration. The perceived dismissiveness toward the film's domestic violence message. All of it created a context in which her lawsuit, when it landed, did not receive the unconditional sympathy that might otherwise have accompanied allegations of sexual harassment. Social media turned on her hard. Interviews started resurfacing. Old clips came back. Fans started re-examining years of behavior they once ignored. And now there is this growing feeling online that Blake's carefully crafted image completely cracked open. One producer even joked that Blake should lean into being the villain because the public already sees her that way now. That is a brutal observation. And the fact that it is coming from inside Hollywood, from the industry that spent years protecting her image, tells you how far the ground has shifted. Now let's talk about the person who has been the most surprising casualty of this entire saga, because Ryan Reynolds did not expect to be part of this story and he cannot seem to get out of it. According to insiders, Ryan's reputation also took a major hit during this entire situation. Studios are nervous about him as well. One insider even claimed Apple hesitated on releasing one of his projects because of all the controversy surrounding him and Blake. Ryan Reynolds built an empire off being the sarcastic funny guy everybody wanted to hang out with, but this scandal changed the energy around him completely. Every joke feels forced, every interview feels calculated, and audiences begin questioning whether the nice guy image was ever real in the first place. The unsealed text messages did not help. Calling WME's Ari Emanuel to go full Ari on Baldoni. Referring to executives as textbook ineffectual elderly people. Writing an uncredited scene for the film and inserting himself into creative decisions. These were not the actions of a passive supportive spouse. They were the actions of someone deeply embedded in a campaign that, as the evidence has evolved, looks increasingly aggressive. Insiders are quietly admitting Ryan's reputation took collateral damage because the public no longer sees him as detached from Blake's actions. They see them as a team. Insiders even say Ryan knows he cannot afford a Deadpool flop right now because that franchise is basically protecting his entire Hollywood position. Without Deadpool, the one property that operates in a completely different cultural space from this scandal, Ryan Reynolds has a serious problem. And everyone in his camp knows it. Now let's talk about the part of this story that nobody predicted when it started. Because Justin Baldoni, the man Hollywood Reporter described as potentially unemployable, is sitting in a position that is significantly stronger than the trades want to admit. Puck's tone was completely different from Hollywood Reporter. Puck basically admitted that yes, Justin took career damage, but they also acknowledged something people keep forgetting. Justin Baldoni still has serious financial backing behind him. And in Hollywood, money changes everything. That is the secret weapon. And it has a name. Steve Arowitz. Billionaire. Wayfarer Studios co-founder. And the man who has stood behind Justin Baldoni through every single development of this story without flinching. According to reports, Steve paid legal bills on time, never tried cutting corners, and fully believed Justin was unfairly attacked. Most people in Hollywood disappear the second controversy becomes inconvenient. The fact that Steve stayed publicly supportive says a lot. Here is what that actually means in practical terms. Justin Baldoni does not need a studio to greenlight his next project. He does not need an executive to take a meeting. He does not need a development deal or a first-look agreement or any of the traditional infrastructure that Hollywood uses to control who gets to make movies and who does not. He has his own money. His own studio. His own distribution relationships. And a backer who has not walked away. One agent privately admitted that talent will still show up if the script is strong enough and the paycheck clears. It sounds cynical, but it is Hollywood. Careers there rarely die permanently unless the money disappears too. Justin's money has not disappeared. That changes everything. And here is the thing that matters more than any of the financial analysis, because Hollywood ultimately follows audience attention. Public opinion shifted dramatically over time. In the beginning, many people instantly sided with Blake Lively because she is Blake Lively. Famous, glamorous, connected, and protected by powerful Hollywood friendships. But once more information started surfacing, social media completely changed direction. Suddenly Justin started looking less like a predator and more like someone getting steamrolled publicly. Every time another article subtly frames Justin negatively, comment sections explode with frustration. People are tired of what they see as media spin. They are tired of headlines that still casually repeat phrases like unsafe set while ignoring all the inconsistencies that emerged later. That shift in public sentiment is not meaningless. It is the thing that will determine what Justin Baldoni's comeback looks like, because Hollywood loves a redemption arc more than it loves anything else. The industry that is currently pretending to avoid him will absolutely embrace him the moment a project generates audience excitement. The same industry pretending to avoid controversy today will absolutely embrace redemption tomorrow if the public appetite is there. And the public appetite, right now, is pointing in a direction that should make Blake Lively's team very uncomfortable. Here is the actual bottom line beneath all the insider quotes and trade articles and career postmortems. Blake Lively may have technically won certain parts of the legal battle on paper while still losing something much bigger publicly, her image. Before this scandal, Blake was mostly viewed as glamorous, witty, fashionable, and untouchable. Now there is controversy attached to her name permanently. Whenever people hear Blake Lively now, they do not immediately think Met Gala gowns or cute Ryan Reynolds interviews anymore. They think lawsuits, PR wars, leaked messages, accusations, internet backlash, and Justin Baldoni. That association alone changes a celebrity career forever. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni, the man Hollywood said was finished, has financial backing, growing public sympathy, his own production infrastructure, and a trial that has already stripped away the most serious allegations against him. The director Hollywood now seems hesitant to hire may actually have stronger audience goodwill than some of the biggest stars in the room. And if there is one thing this industry eventually follows, it is audience attention. The May 18th trial is still coming. Testimony is still coming. A verdict is still coming. And when it arrives, we will be here to break it down completely. This has been the Marquee Report. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss what comes next. See you on the next one.